I go to a holiday party, I swear I want to be there for 20 minutes and leave. My wife's job, they had a holiday party. This is the event of the year for this woman. She going to the gym for 3 months. She has picked out her outfit, shoes, hair, everything is done for the holiday party.
It's Power 105.1, home of the Breakfast Club. Angie Martinez, and that hip-hop and R&B. It's your main man, EmEz, with another installment, another episode of the Sunday Sit-Down. And this evening, I've got the pleasure to sit next to somebody who's very accomplished out here. Comedian, writer.
Yes, sir.
Director, even.
Yeah, man, I do it all.
Mark Viera.
Yeah.
Viera? There it goes. You know, this little Spanish.
You gotta put that little thing on it. You gotta put that little Puerto Rican thing on it.
How's everything, man?
Viera.
And not to say anything, I seen him on this comedy show, I think it was a couple nights ago.
Yes, sir.
Did your thing.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
How's everything?
I was working, man. You know, I was doing, you know, on this Periscope while I was getting ready to get on stage. And, you know, people like, yo, Mark, why you out there 11 o'clock at night, yo, in the Bronx, like, and I'm like, man, this is what it takes, man. You know, at home, I'm not sharpening my blade, man.
There you go.
I got to go out and get it. And so it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun on stage, man. That night, you know, it's almost profound what happens when you come back home after being months on the road, and your people are there and they're just enjoying themselves. It's you know, it's poetic in a way. I know it sounds kind of, you know, but it's so much fun, man. It's just so much fun.
Now, besides for the George Lopez show, because we know that's what you. What else have you been on?
Well, I was on a couple of episodes of NBC's 30 Rock when I was in its heyday, season 2, season 3.
I still love that show, by the way.
Yeah, man. I was on this show called Heroes, which they brought it back, called Heroes.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm talking about the original Heroes.
That was my show. Save the cheerleaders, save the world.
I was a bodega dude in that joint.
All right, see, now I've got the first couple of seasons. I'm going to go find you.
Find me.
Oh, man, it's the Sunday Sit-Down.
Yeah.
It's your main man, EmEz. Mark Viera is in the building.
That's right.
Where are you from originally?
From Castle Hill in the Bronx, man.
Hi, shout to
Bronx,
BX.
BX all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been doing this comedy thing?
This it'll be in February. It'll be 15 years that I've been putting it in, man. 15 years. I've been on tour with the top dogs of comedy, with Capone and Corey Holcomb and Will Sylvince, one of the funniest. One of the funniest. That's just right there, 3 of the funniest dudes I've ever seen in my life. And they asked me to do a tour with them years ago, and then now I'm touring with Nephew Tommy and the Steve Harvey Morning Show, man.
Nice.
We rocking, and I'm also on tour with a dude named Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias, another one of the most accomplished comedians in the game. The
Fluffy. I know. Yes.
Yes. So right
the big
now,
Mexican.
Yeah.
If I would have said that, it would have been a problem.
Yeah. No, I think it's good. It's fair to say, but so right now things are going really, really well, man. I'm super, super excited for my career, and it's just starting to bud, man. I'm just really starting to find my track.
Happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So now, what words do you have for like these guys on Instagram that are, I guess, aspiring comics that get on Instagram and have these thousands of followers, but are trying to get into the business the way you are? Any advice for those type of kids?
Yeah, man, stop hiding behind, you know, your camera in the house, man. That's a safe haven. You know, these guys that are, and there's a lot of them, man.
Yes.
There's a lot of them, but there's nothing that could take place of going out into a comedy club when there's 20, 23, 25 people in there and they staring at you like, yo, man, make me laugh. You know, and you got to work that material that you've been writing. Like these guys, they get in front of the camera, they put it on camera, and they get followers and they get all of that, but you really don't get no work done. You know, it's kind of like a false security going on there.
Gotcha. Because 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh, it's nothing
too different.
Nothing like 5 minutes on stage in front of people. If you ask any comic with their first few times on stage, 5 minutes seems like 5 hours.
Yes.
It seems like forever. You know what I mean? So I say, you know, get out of there, go try comedy for real, go get a comedy stage, you know, stand at a stand-up comedy club, and try to assimilate that humor you have into stand-up comedy. If that's what they want to do. See, a lot of, you know, comics, it's rare. You know how it goes, man. I always say it. It's like, how many dudes play baseball? There's millions of dudes playing baseball.
How many
dudes play in the major leagues?
Yes.
And out of the dudes in the major leagues, how many are superstars?
Got you.
You understand? It's a small. It gets smaller, and every time you ask, the numbers get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Not
right?
lying.
So how many dudes in the NBA? But we can only name about maybe 10 dudes.
Yeah.
Like name, I know their name. Oh yeah, I know Mello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Kobe. But who else on the team? You'd be like, yeah.
That's funny. We were just having this conversation in the studio. That's crazy.
And that's how it is with comedy. There's a bunch of dudes doing comedy.
Yeah.
But then once you get to the major leagues, and then
It's a
those
different
who are
level.
stars, in the league, that's something completely different, man. And so that's what we all aspire to.
Now, I told you earlier, I got a chance to see Mark in action.
Yeah.
So he did a great job. I'm not gonna say he didn't. Now, have you ever, or what's your worst situation you've ever been on stage? The worst heckler, the worst situation for you on stage?
Dude, this is a true story, man. I did a show at a college out on Long Island with my boy Rob Stapleton booked me for this show.
Okay.
Now, he had on the show heavy hitters, bangers. I was not a bang. I was a young, maybe 3 years in, but a lot of people were talking about me. Like, yo, this dude's funny, man. You should get him, hook him up a little something. So they had me like in the middle somewhere.
Gotcha.
They had like Smokey Suarez, it's Rob Stapleton. It's the monsters in the game.
Gotcha.
And this was years and years ago. And so the crowd was rowdy. I'm talking about they were standing, nobody was sitting.
Oh, man.
So every joke, everybody was standing and yelling, right? And then they bring me on. Dude, no name. Ain't never been on nothing. It was like, yo, this young comedian I'll bring to the stage. Yo, he funny. Yo, give him some love like you gave us that love. Give it up for Mark Viera. I'm in, man, I said like 3 lines, didn't get no laughs, and that audience turned on me so fast. They were like 18, 19 years old. It was like, yo, get off! I was like,
man.
no, don't do this to me! and Rob was like not getting me off. He was like, no.
See, because that was my next thing.
Yes.
Because the host, as a host, I've never hosted a comedy show, but you kind of know the back. If he starts to bomb, you're supposed to slide in there, put your arm around the homeboy,
and just say, hey man, he was doing his best. No,
he left you out to dry.
You ever seen somebody drowning? That's what I was doing. So I was like, he was just standing there, arms folded, and all the comics was watching me eat it. They was watching me take it. Nobody saved me. They just let me. They was like, learn that lesson.
That's it.
Learn that lesson.
What did you learn from it though?
Brother, never. Well, this is what happens after that. It's real easy. You go home, right? And you go, am I doing this? Am I doing this? Is comedy for me for real? Like,
that
am
gut
I
check
doing
time.
this?
It's gut check time.
Am I doing this? Because this was rough. This felt bad. This felt miserable. This felt like the worst feeling. Like I really could have died. It probably would have felt better. That's how bad it was, yo.
Yes.
It was so bad. And then you just gotta climb out. You gotta go to, I'm booked again to do something else. Then you gotta come back and go harder. You gotta be stronger. And I swear that night I was like, I'll never let that happen again. Because what happened was I was on a streak. You get on that streak and you start believing that you the best dude out.
Yeah.
Like you start really believing, man, yo, my jokes is the best jokes.
You got this sauce.
What?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that gut check, and then I was more humble and more prepared. And so now that's how I go in. I go in like no matter whether I'm doing my material, I wrote some new stuff. I'm going to rock with this. I'm going to rock with what I prepared. Right. I'm never going to go to a place and be like, some comics be like, yo, I ain't even write nothing. I'm going off the dome,
No
yo.
doubt.
Yo, where you from? Like, that will never be me, because that's a setup for nowhere. You understand?
Got
You setting yourself up for the biggest failure if you think you're going to arrive at a place and mess with an audience and they going to write your comedy for you. Oh, that is the worst. That is the disappointment coming. You understand? If you go, man, Mark booked me and I'm coming in there and I'm going to just mess with say, yo, baby, where you work at, and you think that's going to, because she going to be like, I'm a lawyer. What you got? What you got for that? What you got? Now, she say, I'm a hood rat and all I do
then
is
you can rock.
Then you can rock. But if she's like, I'm established. I make $100,000 a year. What you doing?
Next,
right? Now exactly. So that lesson was always be more prepared than the audience.
Gotcha.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like more because the audience, people pay to see comedy.
Yeah.
They pay to, man, make me laugh.
Gotcha.
They should not be sitting there like, yo, this is the worst show I have ever seen. And
the
that
Sunday
happens,
sit down.
man. It happens, yo.
It's the Sunday sit down. Mark Viera's in the building. Shemaine man, EmEz, Power 105.1. Tell me about. All right, so Kevin Hart to me right now, it might be the hottest comic out right now.
Yeah.
And he uses a lot of his stage performance from his pain and
Right.
what he goes through. Do you use the same Techniques?
Well, that's nothing new.
Yeah.
You know, we all get that. Bernie Mac, Eddie, Kevin, we all get that. Louis C.K. So it's not a black or white thing. It's just the comics. We all get that from what Pryor did when he was doing stand-up.
Gotcha.
Pryor took the stuff that no one should have been talking about on stage, and he put it out there. And so we all take a small piece of his courage, and we go out and we go, this is my story. And the dudes that really do well believe in the material about their own story. So Kevin is doing great because there's no one like Cap Williams and these guys. They got a story, but they don't really be too over personal with it. It's more opinion. Kevin is saying, this is me. Bought a new house. This is what's going on. Got my new girl. This is what's going on. People are real interested in that. You know what I mean? They're real, especially when you can make it funny.
Yeah.
And so he's definitely, to me, I mean, I say it all the time, one of the best at it. Like, I really do get to work with the best, man. Kevin, Gabriel Iglesias, man, if you watch these guys, they're so personal. And it's so their own story that nobody could steal that. You can't rob somebody from their life story. Because if you do, you dirty. You know what I mean? If you ain't lived it and you up there trying to sell something you ain't lived, it's dirty. And at some point, the audience is going to be like, man, now you ain't do that. You know what I mean? And if they find that out, it's like in hip-hop.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't come up here talking about Bugatti Veyrons when you ain't really getting none of that. You ain't got none of that.
Talk to him,
you know what I mean?
Talk to him,
nobody really wants to hear that. So with stand-up's the same thing. Be personal. I live in my own. You know, the other night you saw me. I'm talking about. I got a 19-year-old son, and I'm just like, man, please, somebody just help me with this dude, man. Like, I love him, but help me.
That was my next
You know what
question.
I mean?
That's my
Like,
next question.
please.
What's the family life like for a comedian?
Well, you know, I'm normal, man. I really am. I'm normal dad. I'm checking homeworks, you know.
Okay.
I'm making lunches, you know, bag lunches, old school, you know, throwing them little sliced apples in there.
There you go.
Dude, that's my regular day. But, you know, I my defense mechanism since I'm a kid has been comedy. So when I was on the block and people was like, yo, man, you ain't got no sneakers, it was instant for me. I was like, man, but your moms ain't got no teeth. Like, I ain't got no sneakers.
Went straight to the mom.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, listen. That's BX, man.
Got
Somebody talks about your sneakers, you talk about they mama.
There it goes.
You know what I mean? Like,
There it goes.
you go straight for the jugular. And I was always the dude fighting because I took it too far because my off switch was never available. They was like, yo, Mark, enough already. Yo, stop talking about my moms. I was like, nah, you the one that started all this. So
Did you get into a lot of fights growing up? Because with the slick mouth,
man. Always.
especially in the BX.
Always, man.
Damn it, man.
And listen, sometimes I talk myself out of some good fights.
There you go.
Because I was funny enough to, you know, at least if dudes was laughing and I got to dude that wanted to kill me to laugh, I was like, all right, maybe I won't have to meet this dude, you know. But we was, man, when I tell you we was throwing them hands was a part of my neighborhood every day. We was always fighting. We was friends. See, that's something about the Bronx and the way we grew up in New York City. I don't think nobody grew up like that anywhere else. We fought and was friends like 10 minutes later.
I don't know if that's like that today.
No. I'm not. Listen to me.
I mean,
We're not
might be a
talking about
different
these
day.
idiots today.
Yeah, it might be a different day
These
right now,
kids
man.
now, they holding grudges, coming back with guns and other friends. We didn't do none of that. We was like, yo, we got problems. Let's just do it. Let's get all this out. And then let's go finish this baseball game. You know what I mean? Like, let's just, you know, we got everybody going to the court in 5 minutes. We got about 5 minutes to put these hands on each other.
Gotcha.
Like, that's how we did it, man.
Is your son? Do you see your son as a slick talker?
No.
He's not got none of the
See,
Viera sauce.
I got two sons. I got a 19-year-old and a 12-year-old. The 19-year-old son is real serious. Real, it's like my wife. Like, just real straight. He want to be FBI, Secret Service. Like, you can tell in his face.
He's
that
gonna be a cop.
He playing that.
Got
Yeah.
you.
So he got that face that he don't got that slick in him,
No.
and he don't want to be
Don't
handled
play
like
with
that
me.
exactly.
No, got you.
My little boy got it. He's always in trouble in school. They always, you know, sending me letters like, yo, he's so adorable, yo, and funny. But he gotta stop, man. He's, you know, I'm trying to teach lessons, and he's on fire. Sometimes he catch fire, he don't stop. So I gotta go in and talk to him and be like, hey, man, you know, you got something, but you gotta let the teachers teach, man. You know, maybe talk to them, let them give you a little extra time to work out that extra energy.
Yes.
But when they teach him, we gotta hold on. So that's how that goes. Like, you know, so I got two polar opposite sons, man, and I love them both.
That must be amazing, though.
But that's hard. It's always hard, man. Teenagers are hard. Ain't nobody got teenagers in the room?
No. I got a
Me,
young
man.
one. He's 6 months.
6 months. Oh, that's 6 months, man. You go home, you can't wait.
I can't wait.
You can't, because you smell. You be like, and they smell good.
Love it.
Yes,
Love
you
it.
get a little baby food. You taste it.
Yes,
You're like, oh,
yes,
these bananas is good. You get. But when they 19 and they trying to, last night I got home, this brother had my house full of dudes. They was playing Mortal Kombat. You understand me?
I did that to my
dudes
mom
was
too,
on
man.
feet on my sofa. Yo, I came in like, hey yo, get you. They pizza that I had that I was gonna eat last night. They ate everything.
Man.
See, that's what I'm like. Yo, this ain't your house. This my house. You just live here. Stop eating my food. So it's always a fight, yo. My house. Always.
Mark Viera is in the building. It's a Sunday sit down. It's your main man, EmEz. So what's on the horizon? What's new? What's going on for the future? What you working on?
Well, I'm going to continue to work on this stand-up. I'm hoping to have a new 1-hour special for 2016. I'm working on that. My boy Gabriel Iglesias wants to executive produce that. So I got a lot of things working, man. I had a TV show with George Lopez in the past. I wrote it, and then he executive produced it, and we got really, really far with the project. But I got beat out by the Mindy Project when we were going to, like, when they go from a pilot and they go to putting the pilot onto network, on TV, that's when they start thinking, well, what companies are going to back you? You know what I mean? Because television, network TV is about sponsorship.
Yeah.
And if they ain't no money, you ain't getting on TV.
Period.
So since Mindy was already on The Office and she had some heat on her, they were like, Mark, we love your project. We love it, but we got to put this, this is what's going to air. So put me on the shelf the last 3 years, and then I could sell it again. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to LA in January, and we start this all over again, man. It's a process. But to me, stand-up is where I live, man. On them stages in front of you guys, man, that's where I absolutely live. So all the stories I come up with is based on my stand-up, so I don't stop doing that.
Got you.
Funny can't be denied, man. I was told that a long time ago by my boy Mike Epps. And so what I do is I don't let it, I don't stop.
Gotcha. Thank you for coming through, man.
Yo, man, thank you for having me, man. I'm glad we met the other night.
Absolutely.
Man.
We had a good time.
Straight.
Listen, a lot of your jokes, I could see from both sides. As I'm getting older and I got a son, I'm like, he's definitely going to do that to me. But then I'm like, I definitely did that to my mom.
Yeah, you did.
I know it.
You did, man. And like I said, it was great seeing you, great meeting you, man. And don't stop, supporting me when you see my name on stuff. I'll be at the Beacon Theater November 12th. Got a ton of stuff coming up, man. I got Levity Live up in the Palisades Mall, Black Friday. I'm there the entire weekend, so I need my peoples to come out. Y'all got tickets. I'll make sure I give you guys tickets. VIP, come on up, man. And the Palisades Mall, it's like, you take your lady and be like, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's some money. Go get the Christmas shopping. Yes. I'm going to go right in here to support my dude. But
Thank you so
I'll be
much
around.
again.
Thank you, man.
Let them know the Instagram and the Twitters and all that, how to get in contact.
You got it. Just look me up, man. Mark Viera Comedy on everything, man. That's it. Mark Viera Comedy.
Appreciate you again, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. It's the Sunday Sit Down, Mark Viera. It's the EmEz. It's the Sunday Sit Down, Power 105.
Another example of how easy does it.